I think I got everything set up now. That took a moment. Major apologies, everybody. I've been having some weird internet troubles as of late, and that required me to do a little bit of tinkering around with my setup, and that ended up making it so that I had to it's very complicated, but like the way that I've got my my video currently feeding out to you guys is like it's via internet, like through local network and all of that jazz, and like my computer was not really configured properly to be able to do the thing. Oh, I'm gonna take my testosterone while watching, so I'm listening but not typing. Okie dokie, comfy. Also, almost 3,000 followers on TikTok. Very exciting. I hope you get more. I hope you get more of that and then some. There. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of drink of a thing I got here. The drink of tonight is a soda that I just recently found when I was just like, I think I was walking through Walmart, if I remember correctly, or something very similar. It is Crush Back to the 80s. It's like blue raspberry. It's electric blue raspberry, according to what they say. And you know what? It tastes like blue raspberry lemonade, and it's very pleasant. Delicioso. I like it. Mapley says, wah, 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 wah. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Let me jump into the call thing just so I don't forget. There we go. How are you guys doing? I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little off. For a number of different reasons. I mean, one, this week has just been very, very confusing. Lots of stuff has been going on. I mean, well, all right. So it's not that like it wasn't all bad stuff. I got to hang out with some relatives that I have not seen for a very long time, so that was kind of nice. And that was on Saturday. I was like taken up at the moment. Same here. Mainly, just made me feel very eepy. Oh, dude, today has been a day where I just wanted to lie in bed and just sleep. I didn't feel like doing much of anything else. But, you know, eventually the day calls for you and it's just like, hey, you got stuff you got to do. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Hold on. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. I've been also a bit off. I might also have COVID because my roommate's got it. Oh, that sucks. Oh, man. I hope you're doing good aside from that. I hope you drink plenty of fluids and get plenty of rest. Because that stuff is nasty. Brr. All right, I have a very specific reason as to why I'm kind of, like, off today. And it's a very sad reason. So, you know, a little bit of a warning. It's... Hold on. Did everybody hear me sneeze? I hope everybody heard me sneeze. But anyway, yeah, we are about to pass into major sad moments. So, yeah, be prepared for that. It's one of those things that it's just gonna come up at some point here. You probably remember me talking about my cat Simon, who unfortunately was diagnosed with bone cancer about like a month or two ago. He's no longer with us. And I'm still feeling it. Pretty hardcore. Here, I'm gonna go grab a picture of him. Jesus! Huge picture. Give me a moment. There we go. There's the boy. Hey, Shell! I hope you're having a good day. Wrong time? No, it's fine. It's a live stream. Stuff happens. But yeah, he was an absolute sweetie. He was the derpiest freaking cat. He was a red point Siamese cat, which is basically like having a white cat, except with like, you know, little sprinklings of orange cat in it. And my God, this guy acted like an orange cat. I swear to God. Absolute goof. And also like the most prettiest blue eyes. Like, look at this. Look at this guy. Look at that. He's so pretty. But like an absolute doof, an absolute confused, like, no, we are in our family always called him a derp, and he really was absolute freaking derp. But one thing that was kind of cool, and I actually didn't know about this before, we got a Red Point Siamese in our family, was I'm gonna try and bring up a video clip real quick here. I'm pretty sure it's nice and quiet. Oh dear Lord, why are you sideways? Give me a moment. There we go. Also, let me check and see. Sorry, I don't know if that was loud or not. It might have been a little bit loud. His eyes are itty-bitty sapphires. So cute. Here, I'm gonna click it to loop. Save. There we go. Now, one thing that's kind of neat. Couldn't hear it? Okay, good. Because, like, it was a tiny bit loud, and, like, the audio isn't really important. But one thing that's kind of cool about Red Point Siamese, or, like, Siamese cats in general, is that they're a little bit more susceptible to, like, this one condition, and it has to do with their eyes. If you take, like, a real close look at Simon's eyes, you can see that they're sort of, like, wobbling back and forth a little bit. You see that? That's like a neurological disorder that you can get. I mean, I think you can get that as in like anything, not just cats, but like, in a couple other things as well. And it's neat, like, now we asked questions to the vet, just being like, is this something that we should be concerned about? Is this something that, like, we should look at and go like, oh, hold on a second. Is there something that needs to be fixed? Does his brain need to be scanned? And the vet was just like, no, if you're born with that, you just got that. But honestly, it doesn't really impact the overall life of a cat very much. So, you're pretty much fine. Like, Simon will be just okay. He will live to be a very healthy cat. And he was. He lived up to 16 years old. We wish it could have been longer than that, but bone cancer is one of those things that it's kind of a bitch. Unfortunately. Like he ended up getting it in his right leg. And it was like right about where the right leg connects to his body. And my folks had a conversation about him, and we asked ourselves whether or not it would be a good idea to amputate. Which we thought, like, you know what? No, this guy is derpy as is, and, asking him to completely... Especially, at his old age, ask him to completely rework the way that he walks. That was never going to work. We knew that for a fact. But we also, but there was no other thing that you could do aside from amputate the leg. And even then, if the cancer is metastasized, there's not much that you can do about that, because then it's just going to travel up to the rest of his body. So ultimately, the only choice that could really be made was make his life as comfortable as it possibly could be until the end. And that is exactly what my folks did. He was a very comfy cat all the way to the end. Including, he ended up getting a bunch of, like, these, not procedures, like, he would be brought into the vet to be given, like, some pain medication. Imagine getting something like ibuprofen or something similar. Except, like, it's sort of, like, spread on the back of your neck. Something like that. It's interesting. Like, they would dab this stuff on the back of the cat's neck, and then they'd just be like, okay, don't touch him for 30 minutes while it absorbs into the skin. And funny enough, that actually helped improve his attitude and his, it helped improve things a heck of a lot better. Oh, your phone's lagging? Cursed phone stuff. But anyway, he was pretty comfy all the way up to the end, though. But by the end, he basically wasn't moving at all. He was actively not eating. It was time. Like, at end of the day, it was just time. There wasn't much we could do about it. So, I've been feeling a little bit off about this, it's kind of one of those. This is a childhood cat that I had for a very long period of time, and it's just it really sucks to lose a pet. It doesn't help that like it feels like it wasn't that long ago. I want to say like it was about a year or two ago when I lost my cat Tommy. Diabetes boy. And I love that cat. That cat was freaking great. And I still miss him to this day. I still I go over to my parents' place and I look around in the places where he normally would be, and he's not there. And it just, hurts my soul a little bit. But you know what? That's how it has to be. That meant that pet meant something to you, and I think that's incredibly important. Oh, you're sewing and you stabbed yourself. Ooh, don't do that. That hurts. God, that reminds me of a story. Should I tell it? Screw it, I'll tell it. Because there's some new people in here, and I feel like they'd probably be interested in the story. Pet loss is the worst, yeah. No, agreed. To take us off the subject of the unfortunate, loss in my family. I remember a memory where I'd gone to the nurse's office when I was in school a really long time ago, when I was still in high school, and I think I just went there because I had a headache. Either that or I was just trying to skip class. I don't know which one. But somebody came into... Ooh, testosterone successfully administered. Welcome back. Anyway, I don't know. I was just hanging out in the nurse's office, not really doing much. And one student walked into the nurse's office, and they had a sewing needle directly driven through their thumb. And in my head, I'm sort of panicking, because I'm just like, oh my god, what? That's scary! How did that happen? I found out what happened, though. Apparently he was in home ec class, and they were using the sewing machines. And I guess there was an incident, and, a hand ended up going underneath the machine, and it went thunk. Yeah. Oh, you're going ow, 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 ow. My brain was just my brain was on fire at the time, because I'm just like, no, bad. But funny enough, apparently the adrenaline and also the fact that the needle was still through the thumb. So actually the person who came in was just like, yeah, I feel kind of fine. Nothing's going on. Nothing's crazy. It was only when they removed said needle that he finally started going, because at that point the adrenaline had worn off and the pain was starting to set in, and he's just sitting there like, oh my god. Yeah, it's awful. It hurts. Adrenaline is crazy how it works. Oh, I know, right? Well, back to me talking about my foot incident that I had not too long ago, where I fell down the stairs. It's just funny how I fell, and then my foot was just absolutely on fire. And then the first thing I immediately thought was, okay, I'm going to use all my strength and all my energy, and I'm going to, shimmy myself across the floor, head over to, my, my living quarters area, grab all of my stuff that I need, and then I'm going to, get somebody to drive me. And I'm actively, piloting myself. And it's only by the time I actually got to the emergency room that I was just like, everything sucks. My foot hurt. Ah! Oh yeah, how does it feel now? Still kind of sucks. I mean, it's a sprain. At the end of the day, it's gonna it's gonna have problems no matter what I do, because I sprained my foot. My foot not happy with that. Obviously it wouldn't. I do have a scheduled appointment with a doctor, and I am going to get a checkup for it, just because I want to be 100% certain that everything that I'm currently going through right now is normal. I want to be sure that, I don't go in there and just be like, yeah, I feel a sharp, horrifying pain in my foot everywhere I walk, and then the doctor just goes, that's not normal. Get on the x-ray bed. I don't know. Actually, my foot feels pretty good. I can walk around pretty well. So, you know, it's nothing that bad. Adrenaline gets you so locked in during moments like that. Oh, I was locked in. The very second that it happened, I was just like, okay, game plan. We're not calling an ambulance because no, I don't want to pay for the expenses. Somebody get me into the car. Somebody drive me to the hospital. Which is funny because I'm not normally the game plan guy. I'm just the guy. I'm the goober. I don't know. Comfy says that you're a very logical person from what I can tell, and logic kicked in first. Nah. Panic would normally set in for stuff like that. Glad your foot is doing better, at least. I'm glad, too. But anyway, you probably noticed that I didn't end up doing a live stream. Well, okay. I had an excuse for Saturday. What happened Wednesday? Oh, I'm on TV again? Hello! I made it, Ma! I'm on the TV. Anyway, you probably remember that I didn't do a stream on Wednesday. Why is that? I had internet problems. And that's actually partially reason why my screen capture wasn't working properly for a moment there. You sounded like Kermit for a second. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? TV time! Ooh. Actually, that's a good question. Has anybody written a Tenna, or like drawn Tenna except with a flat screen for a face? I feel like that would be funny. Anyway. Yeah, internet problems. And turns out, ow. As it turns out, I believe those internet problems tie back into some internet problems that I had previously. Hello, Snowball. Oh, you love that song. You made a cover of it? Cool. Dude, it's been a while since I've watched the Muppet movie. Owie. But I remember there are a few things in there that are just sort of like latched onto my brain and will not let go. God, I want to, I kind of want to watch that one cover that Tunnelberg and Synth made of Moving Right Along. Though I don't know whether or not that's going to, like, destroy me copyright and Content ID-wise. That's a good question. I wonder whether or not that was caught for copyright. I'm going to check real quick. Here. I'm going to go to the internet, grab a whole YouTube page. There we go. Okay, moving right along. Oh yeah, and it also featured Nightmind too. Okay, silence. Now let me check the chat here. Surprisingly, it doesn't have any copyright notices on it. Huh. Not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'll keep it in the corner, though, because I want to listen to it later. Can I tag you in my cover of it? It is in my... oh, it's in your Wally impression. Ooh, sure. I'd be down for that. Anyway, what else has been going on as of late? Ooh, I've just recently tried to solder. Not for the first time, but for the first time in a long time. Boy, have you ever watched somebody soldering? And I don't know how many of you are like tech-minded or who would watch solder videos or people that work with tech or electronics and like, you know, doing the whole solder bit. I do. I watch that every now and then. And let me tell you, people that work with solder, they make it look easy. Because like, it just wouldn't work for me and I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that like the solder joints that I'm trying to do are like incredibly tiny, possibly. I don't know. But like, I tried to do some soldering not too long ago, and I'm not great at it. I'm gonna have to ask somebody else to give me a little bit of help with that if I can't like work it out myself. I don't know. It's tough. I did so for an art college. Ooh, neat. See, what I'm currently trying to solder right now is, well, you probably saw some pictures of that one thing that I'm currently making. Okay, just tagged me. Where did you tag me? Did you tag me over on the Blue Skies? I hope so, because that's like one of the... Oh, there it is. No, that's something entirely different. Never mind. Oh, on TikTok. Oh, okay. I guess I'll look at it a little bit later. Fun fact, for my TikTok, I actually have that on a separate device that has got, like, a separate email attached to it and, like, separate everything to it. Because even back in the day, like, I really didn't trust much when it came to TikTok. And nowadays, I definitely do. I mean, pretty soon, TikTok is going to be, like, you know, kicked off the map, if I remember correctly. There's that deal going on that apparently, like, I think it's IBM and Sun Company is going to be running, like, a TikTok equivalent in the States or something. And they're going to be doing something like... I don't know. They're basically cutting out all of the Chinese influence entirely within it, which I don't know if that's going to work out or not. You could also tag me on Blue Sky. I have the link there. Sure, go for it. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. I gave up on keeping track of the band news. I'm not following much of the band news. Basically, I'm just using TikTok until eventually I open up my phone and it goes, sorry, can't use TikTok. And then I'll go, sweet, I'm off. Whatever, good riddance to bad eggs. Because sometimes I look at TikTok and I'm just like, wow, this is a colossal waste of my time. Too much, like, you know, watching random crap. Too much of, like, feeding the algorithm. I feel like I could do better than to put a whole bunch of stuff. You know, I don't need to be doing the TikTok, or I don't. It's like it's a horse race that I don't really know if I want to be in. You know what I mean? I see. For me, I've gotten really sick and tired of trying to, like, appease algorithms over the years. I think it's just the fact that I've gotten older, and as I've gotten older, I've realized that, like, I'm not really interested in, like, you know, chasing current trends and attempting to try and, like, you know, be on top of everything, 100%. It's insane. I don't want to do that. It just melts your brain. It, like, you know, it stifles creativity. It makes it so that, like, you know, you can't make the things that you want to make. Oh, yeah, you do all your cosplays on there? Huh, alright. I only stay on TikTok because it's the only place where my fandoms are alive. It sucks. Actively playing Limbus Company while watching. Nice. For me, I follow a lot of TikToks that are, like, animal adjacent. So, like, I see a lot of, like, stuff about owls. I get fed a lot of owl videos. I get fed a lot of... Right now, like, my TikTok is desperately trying to push red pandas on me. I think it's because I watched a red panda video for a little bit too long because Mapley exists. And I'm just like, oh, Mapley would like this video. And then that's all I got on my algorithm forever and a day. And I'm just like, God darn it. How dare. Let me think, what other things? Oh, yeah, kittens. Lots of kittens. Watch a ton of videos with, like, you know, kittens that are just loud and obnoxious and angry and yelling at you. It's like, hey, pay attention to me. Finally tagged me. Apparently I wasn't following you on there. Oh, well, there you go. I love how you specified not AI. It's another TikTok link, though. I could technically watch it, but also I don't know whether or not it's got copyrighted music or not. I'll watch it a little bit later. Promise you that. See, I am very, very nervous when it comes to listening to copyrighted material if I know that it will flag some machine somewhere. Whatever I want to do. Okay, thanks for sending it. Crunchy meows are the best. Yeah, right? They're desperately trying to gasp it out. Just like, oh, they're trying so hard, but they're too young. They're too small. They cannot make the loud roar that they wish to make. Oh, there's also a moving right along TF2 animation. God, that sounds like that'd be kind of cool. Wisp the Kitten. Let me look up Wisp the Kitten on YouTube and see if it's on there. Well, I found Wisp the Kitten. Oh, I think I might have seen Wisp the Kitten. Is Wisp gonna make any noises? I want to make like some small noises for the chat. Oh, give me a second. Let me unmute this for the channel here. There we go.
Boo. Boo.
Come on. Make squeaks.
This kitten's.
Oh no, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Come on, just make noise. Okay. Here, what about this video? Let me see.
Stay away. You're dirty. Yes, you are.
Ah, poor baby. Oh, Wisp. That's adorable. Their face is so filthy. Girl saves a scrungly kitten, and now she gives her massive catitude. Of course. That's how cats work. Massive amounts of attitude. Very crunchy cat. There's another one where Wisp wants to eat, apparently.
Do you want to eat? Okay.
Oh my god. Terrifying. So angry. Such a pissed off cat. I really need to come up with a good window system where I can just, like, you know, show you YouTube videos a little bit more, like, consistently over here. She's a messer eater and despises baths, and it's very difficult. Well, unfortunately, that is not how we live, you know, in our current world. What did I just hear? You just heard Wisp. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum. Aww. Bowel movement problems? That's unfortunate. Ooh. Disgusting. I definitely feel for people that, like, you know, they take in, like, sick or, you know, slightly off kittens. Or just, like, animals in general. You know, an animal that, like, you look at and would probably not get picked by you know, through a shelter very easily. Here. So while we're doing, you know, talking and whatnot, I was thinking about bringing up, give me a second. Kitty not broken. Here we go. I was thinking about bringing this up because I have not done this in a while. Hey, yo, boy. Power wash him. It's been a very long time. And this is a really fun game to just, like, you know, pop on and just noodle around with. Let's see. What would be fun? Oh, you love this game? Yeah. It's nice, like, for me, it's very relaxing, but also I've played the game so much that, like, at this point, I'm a little bit burnt out by it. Just a little bit. But I'm willing to dive back into it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Power Wash Simulator 2. What haven't I done? Clean the Desert Parlor. Dessert Parlor? Oh, this add-on is available for purchase and download. You will now be taken to the Steam store. Okay. Well, give me a second. I'm gonna, like, turn off this overlay then. What are you planning on doing? Let me see. Stop! Too much noise. It's free. Why didn't you just install it? It's so loud. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Okay, all right. Well, let me just. All right, fine. I'll go ahead and I'll head over to the DLC section and grab it there. Why would you not just give me the DLC? Come on, man. Let me see. Muckingham Files Part 5 and 6. Shush! Okay, download the things. I also want Muckingham Files Part...
passengers.
Whatever. I just want it. There we go. Oh, I don't have the Wallace and Gromit DLC. At some point, I probably should. There's a Christmas what's it. I'll grab it. Why not? 2024. Oh my god. Nick. Nickelodeon. Also, Warudo has got an update. I need to swap over to Warudo. Here, I'm going to restart the software just to make sure that everything works properly. My boyfriend plays this game, and I wish I could, but I have not the equipment. Oh, yeah. Too many, Nick? Nah, just enough, Nick. Okay, did I get all the DLC that I could possibly get? Let me see. How do I even tell, like, what's in my inventory and what's not? Supposedly it's completed. Clear this out. Oh, let's download all the other stuff as well. Why not? Oh, wait, there's a Halo Infinite patch. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's gonna be a while until that's done. You know what? Let's just sit and hang out. Why the heck not? I should be a Nicktoon. Man, I say fuck too much to be a Nicktoon. Did I see that VisiPop is making a Homestuck show? As somebody who was not within the Homestuck fandom and also has not deeply followed a lot of the things that VisiPop does, let's see where this goes. That's kind of where I'm at. I've seen a couple of different takes on this. Number one, holy fucking shit, this is going to be amazing. Or, why VivziePop? Ew, oh god, no. And look, I think it'll be fine. Personally, I think it will be just fine. I suppose, like, we can't really judge it until, like, you know, anything official is, like, out and about. We've seen the pilot, and, I don't think there's anything... See, from my untrained eyes, I don't see anything that's immediately, like, insulting to the face. You know what I mean? I'm a little curious. I never got to experience Homestuck, so I think this will be fun. I don't plan on taking it too seriously. Yeah, probably a good way to go into it. Though I'm very curious what Synth thinks of it, because, like, Synth is, like, a massive fan of Homestuck. So, I don't know how he would do with that, or, like, Homestuck. And he's been around for a very long time. And I could not for the life of me, tell you exactly. Oh, he was streaming about it on Twitter and Blue Sky? Oh, okay. God, I must have missed that then. I haven't been on social media all that much. Here. But, Homestuck... If I literally just look up Homestuck and... Wikipedia will have the answers. Screw it. So it's kind of like... It started out as a webcomic, and it started out as MS Paint Adventures. And, and then they changed the name of it to Homestuck specifically, and I don't know a heck of a lot about it aside from like, I don't know, there are trolls that exist, something to do with zodiacs. Good question. I could not tell you. All I know is that there's going to be a Homestuck like animated series that is being done by VisiPop. Okay, all right, that's fine. I'm not gonna freak out about it. It's kind of one of those like, I may watch it when it comes out and I might enjoy it. Who knows? I just know that there's a lot of people that they make fun of the Homestuck fandom because of how like what's a good way to put it? Passionate. That's a good way to put it. Passionate. They're very excited about the series and all that jazz. I think Synth was telling me at one point that like his enjoyment of Homestuck is kind of based off of just like the feel and the vibes of it, and less to do with the actual like plot. I mean, it's not that the plot's completely like unimportant or anything like that, but it's like he gives me the exact same description when it comes to like Kingdom Hearts, for example. Like, yeah, all right, so the story of Kingdom Hearts is an absolute mess and a half, but you're really not there for the sake of paying close attention to the story, because if you do that, your head's gonna spin. No, like, you're kind of just there for the vibes and like the experience of it. All I know is that the fandom has a reputation, and I'm very excited for all the cringe to come from the combination of VisiPop fans and Homestuck fans. Two houses, both equal in dignity, or whatever Romeo and Juliet said. It should be interesting. You know what? I'll take the chaos. I'm embracing the chaos. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. All right, how are we doing on the download at the moment? Let's clear all these. I don't even know why I have Halo Infinite installed. Honestly, I'm not even playing it. I think it's specifically for the campaign, and even then, I've played the campaign over and over and over again, so, like, I don't know why... Opinion on DJ Lance Rock? Never heard of him. Or, like, if I have heard of him, I don't remember him. My arms don't know what to do when it comes to soda cans. They're just like, what are you? I might end up cosplaying Homestuck characters because of this. Fun fact, the search under my Frank Franklin cosplay for a while would not stop saying Homestuck cosplay, so I guess TikTok thinks it'd be good, that you'd be good at that. I gave it a shot. DJ/God from Yo Gabba Gabba. What? Yo Gabba Gabba has a god? Hababa? I did not know about that. I didn't know we were bringing religion into this. I think I have to look this person up. Hold on. I'm going to open up in a private browser just because I don't want this infecting my search. Okay. Oh, right. I've seen DJ Lance. I know DJ Lance. It's just like, I didn't know them by name. Okay. DJ Lance is God. I just thought he was a weird guy in an orange suit. You can control their lives and the void. What the fuck? God to these monsters. Okay. In Season 1, Episode 3, DJ Lance Rock and Fly. Okay. Episode 3. So I'm going to make the assumption that he could fly anytime he chose. Weird. I'm still looking at this picture of Wisp. I really should bring up a picture of Wisp. Give me a moment. No. She's gorgeous. She's a good girl. Taking good care of him. Want to go to the Yo Gabba Gabba concert with me tomorrow? Well, I unfortunately couldn't, and also not massively into it. So not me. I haven't been to a concert in a long friggin' time. There we go. I feel like there's a lot of shows that have, like, either unnecessary or, like, very strange lore. I'm trying to remember, like... I even remember there was some lore when it came to Blue's Clues. And the whole, like, Steve going to college thing. That was weird. Thanks for throwing things at me. I appreciate it. Okay, I have just recently... Let me run Power Wash Simulator again and see if we still have these problems here. Steve from Blue's Clues was my first Hear Me Out, I think. Well, seems like he's a real nice guy. So, you could pick worse, I think. 4! Anyway, here, let me, is this all that's in this bonus job? Just the dessert parlor? I mean, alright, I guess. Oh, right. I like desserts. Well, same to me. Alright, so, Power Washer. I love my staff. I really do. They're great with customers. They have lots of amazing ideas for new flavors. They're always upbeat, and they keep their cool in just about any situation, Snowball. But they did not react well to the presence of a raccoon in my ice cream parlor. No, they did not. Raccoon. Oh, come on. Load it. Let's go. All right. I do wonder how well the game will, like, perform with, like, a new graphics card. Because, like, I'm planning on getting a new graphics card at some point here, and I know that this game, it's a little bit intensive on like, performance and whatnot. Shell's got to take off. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. All right, where the heck do I even start? I guess I would... Piece of garbage. I feel I should explain what happened here. No, keep me in the dark. Keep me confused. It's probably more entertaining that way anyway. Please tell me I don't have to go into the toilets. No. For a start, it was a super hot day and my team were rushed off their feet. Okay, did you want to say more, or are you just going to, like, force me to keep cleaning until I hear more about it? Alright, well, fine. Fine by me. I want to hear what happened with this raccoon situation. Oh, hey. Let me swap over to the slightly more powerful thing. There we go. I usually just worked with yellow. Because, like, yellow tends to, like, take care of pretty much everything. There we go. Now, I have never worked at an ice cream parlor. I feel like for the sake of my waistline, I should not attempt to try. Because you know I'm going to be absolutely, like, I'm going to become Chunky Monkey if I decide to go and, like, you know, working at a place like that. Too much temptation. Too much ice cream. I think I should work at an ice cream parlor for the same reason. Oh. Favorite flavor of ice cream, go. Five Guys fries. That's not ice cream. Rainbow sherbet or watermelon from Baskin Robbins. Ooh, okay. I got a thing for mint chocolate chip personally. Oh man, that's so hard though. I don't know. Ooh, both in one cone. Oh, that would be amazing. I think if you had to make me pick between like my personal favorites, I would go with mint chocolate chip. But my other favorite, just because like, you know, I'm a little bit of a glutton for this one. Like peanut butter cups. You know what I mean? Like peanut butter cups inside ice cream. Basically peanut butter cup flavored, where it's just like it's got peanut butter swirls in it and a little bit of chocolate swirls as well, and then like, you know, tiny little mini peanut butter cups. I like those. Opinions on Don't Touch My Pizza. I don't remember what that is, actually. I don't know if we talked about it or not. Super bummed because I can't find the watermelon ice cream from Baskin Robbins that I really like. Aw. A song. Where would I have heard said song? Because I'm not sure if I've ever heard of it. Yeah, good question. Is it from Yo Gabba Gabba? Because I have not seen Yo Gabba Gabba. YouTube and sometimes Hot Topic and Roblox. Is it specifically a Roblox thing? Forsaken? Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, I would not have heard of something like that. I get surprised by how many people are, like, getting into Roblox nowadays. Like, there's a crazy amount. I remember when a ton of people were just like, no, Roblox, nah. 12-year-olds play that one. And now, like, I'll hear, like, you know, any old random, like, you know, 20 or 30-something will just be like, yeah, I like Roblox. I like Roblox a lot. And I was like, what? I only play Roblox for pressure because I love Sebastian Salas. Well, there we go. See, there's something for everybody. Dude, I look at this table and the first thing I immediately think is Bubble Blowing Babies. You know what I mean? From SpongeBob. We're on a baby hunt. I don't think we don't know how to weed them out. Hello Kitty Nicktoons unite and watch Team Umizoomi. That's a pretty full day there. Clean him up. I think I remember there was this one place that I went to that it was pretty freaking good. It was kind of like, it was a coffee place slash an ice cream place, and really good horror game, but mostly just play for Sebastian because I am a shameless simp. Hey, fair enough. Bored easily by school shopping. Well, luckily, school shopping doesn't last for very long. You will live through it, I can promise you that. Anyway, I remember that I went to this one place. I I think it was called Top Pot Coffee, and it was located in Seattle, Washington. And I remember going there, and I had a very nice experience there. It's a place that sells coffee, but also they also sell, like, you know, ice cream drinks and things like that. And one thing that they didn't have on the list, but something that I was craving for, was like a mint chocolate chip shake kind of thing. They didn't have that. They just had like mint chocolate like ice cream. But the guy that was there, super nice. He actually knew how to do that and how to like prepare a shake using the ice cream that they had there. So he's just like, "Oh yeah, I can make that for you. Sweet, no problem." And he made me the mint chocolate shake. And I'm just like, "Ah, sweet. I love that. Thank you." You can bet I tipped hard, and then I also went and bought souvenirs. It was a nice experience. If you are ever within the Seattle area, I recommend Top Pot Coffee. Good place. At least I hope it's still a good place. It's been a while since I've done anything like, you know, related to travel and whatnot. But I did have a conversation with one of my relatives. I mentioned before that I got in touch with some of my relatives recently during Saturday. And we had the question of, like, you know, where would you like to travel next? Like, what's your next big destination? And I'm honestly not sure. I'm really not in a position to be spending a whole bunch of money. So for me, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can. But one place that I would like to go is New York. I would love to go to New York. And I got a couple of things I'd like to do. Like, one of them, I'd like to go to a Broadway something. I'm not sure what. I'm trying to remember. Is the SpongeBob Broadway musical still happening, or is that, like, long gone? I don't know. If it is still there, I might go and watch that. Oh, Top Pot Donuts. That's probably what it is, and I completely forgot about it. Yeah. They also sell donuts. So, you know, if you're a fat what's-it and really badly want to have yourself some donuts in the morning, and ice cream, and coffee, they got stuff there. He's pretty good. That just shows how much I'm paying attention, though. Just like, that's not what it's called, dumbass. If I'm in Seattle, I'll definitely check it out. Man, when I took a trip into Seattle, like, you don't realize how big of a city something like Seattle is until you actually take a trip into it, and like, your plane flies up over the city, and you're just like, "Oh, cool! This is the edge of the city. Oh, cool! This must be the middle of the city. Okay, we're still in the middle of the city. Boy, the middle of the city lasts a really long time. When does it end?" You're just like, I had that moment where I'm just like, oh God, now, what do I do? I am in over my head. How many people live here? But still, it was fun. There we go. I'm gonna see if there's a Top Pot Donuts in my area. I don't know how chained out it is, so perhaps. Who knows? Well, now I'm just super curious. I'm gonna look at it too. I specifically get Top Pot Donuts, Seattle, Washington. So, you know. Locations. Hey, Phoenix, how's it going? Hope we're having a good day. Ooh, your Yo Gabba Gabba shirt came in? Perfect timing. Well, you said that you're going to be, like, dressing up for the occasion. Or, like, you know, you're going to be in costume. So, I guess not. Enjoy a free donut or coffee. Get out of here. I don't need your advertisements. Just got back from dinner. Looks like it's only in Washington. Gosh darn it. Well, okay then. I'm gonna clear that out then. Ooh, you'll wear that? Very nice. Harp. Local, 20-hour drive from my house. But it's so worth it for a singular donut. Just walk in there, just be like, hey, I wanted 1 scoop of ice cream, please. Snatcher? No, probably not. Oh yeah, what's this thing here? Is that supposed to be a spoon? What the heck? I'll grab my boyfriend and hop a train. I think it's a scoop. Yeah, I think it's a scoop too. Oh dear lord, we have not even gotten nearly close to, like, you know, moving over there. I forgot how, like, slow-paced this game is. But it's also satisfying. Look at all of it melt. You kind of forget that, like, you know, work like this is actually, like, really intensive labor. Like, it would be insane amount of work to do this. Good for conversations. Yeah, it's kind of why I did a heck of a lot of this when I was, like, I don't know, like, earlier on in my streaming stuff. Because I was just like, this is a good game to sort of, like, turn off the brain to. Now it's time to dance. Ta-da! Oh, jeez. Here. You can go back up here. In fact, there. Table. Good. Fine, you can live down there from now on. I was doing power washing IRL, and it was a workout, but nice to listen to music along with. I like it, satisfying, and I get exercise. Neat. Now, I think for me, that is, that kind of reminds me of, like, mowing. Like, mowing is a heck of a lot of work that you gotta do, and it takes forever. But there's a nice sort of chill vibe to, like, just sort of walking in one straight line and, like, you know, cutting, you know, do, forward, back, left and right, and all that stuff. Our new junior scooper, Rihanna Hooper, had spotted a raccoon out the back, rifling through the bins. To Rihanna's credit, she immediately rushed out to shoo it away. I don't know. Was the raccoon hurting anything? Was it just like, you know, spare bins? Unfortunately, she didn't think to close the door to the parlor behind her first. Oh, you never mowed before? Boy, the beauties of being, like, you know, basically living in a home and having to maintain a lawn. All right. Man, I remember I saw a TikTok recently, and it was somebody who was like running away from a raccoon, and the raccoon was like very actively, doggedly following them. And the raccoon ended up chasing them all the way inside of their house. And so this raccoon was just like running around like a crazy person, just like... Never had a lawn in my life, so yeah, never had to do that. Ah, fair. Apparently the employee of the month was Rihanna. Okay. Well, what a nice employee of the month that sets a raccoon free inside the entire parlor. Can we rescind that? Good for her. It's her fault! I support her. Her fault! There we go. I guess we need to hear a little bit more. Oh, actually, wait a second. Are these raccoons? Yeah, these are raccoon prints. I just noticed that. Did a raccoon blow something up? That's what I'm wondering right now. I implore her to release rats next. If I tell them they're going to let the monkeys loose, they'll let the monkeys loose. Do they have individual dispensers for ice cream? Over on the walls? How does that work? Do you pay for the cone over there and then you come over here and like you fill it? I suppose that's one way to do it. Okay, that's vanilla. I'm assuming this is probably chocolate or something. Bingo. I'm trying to think, like, what is one time that, like, I've actively had to deal with, like, an infestation or something? Not much. Like, not many times. I had that one time where, like, there was a lot of ants that were getting into the house. And that required me to go and do a lot of, like, you know, laying traps and, you know, basically sending ant poison their way. Grab a cup, fill it, and then the price depends on how much it weighs and the register. We have Froyo places that do that. Really? Okay. That kind of shows you just how little I go to ice cream parlors. My house has a field mice infestation. Ugh. Yeah, I feel that. I've had to set up traps once or twice. Hearing strange noises in the walls. Once had an encounter with a raccoon. I was shooing it away from the cat food bowl we left out, and I said, "Get out of here, you trash panda!" And then the raccoon stood up on its hind legs like it understood what I said. It was probably offended. Just like, "I beg your pardon. I'm sorry, for my kind, that's a slur." I beg your finest pardon. There we go. Customary fast food trash heap, whatever. Hey, that's the next DLC that they should release for Power Wash Simulator. A Burger King. Because Lord knows, those things get very scuzzy. I love those types of trash cans. I want one. I feel like they take up a lot of space. Like they almost need to be a set piece in and of itself. All right. Now I'm just imagining a scenario where, like, you know, stealing a whole bunch of, like, you know, fast food joint things and then setting up your entire decor around the theme of fast food. And then when anybody asks any questions, you tell them to shush up because they don't need to know. Oh my god, let's do it. Let's not? For legal reasons, this is very much joke. I'm gonna. Don't do it. Can't stop me. We'll see about that. The problem is I won't stop you. The issue is that the police probably will. Eventually. With handcuffs. And then you'll get to wear a new set of jewelry. Ones that you can't take off. And inhibit mobility. I'm very thankful that, like, I've never run into a situation where I have, like, ever been in the threat of being arrested or anything like that. I certainly hope that you guys in the chat have not had a very similar situation. I can't even think of anything that I've ever done that's, like, illegal. I can think of one, actually. I remember when I was really young. I'm talking, like, you know, ridiculously young. I'm talking, like, you know, 8 or 9 years old. I remember I really badly wanted to have some balloons that were being sold at the store. And I knew that my mom was not going to say yes to that. You know, she's just like, no, you don't need balloons, honey. And I don't know why I wanted balloons. I was just like, I want to have balloons. And so instead of, like, you know, asking my mother like a nice child, I just went ahead and took them off the shelf. And so I had this bag of balloons to myself. Now, the problem with having balloons is that, like, obviously you want to, like, blow them up and, you know, party around with them and all that jazz. And, like, you know, have them for fun, for festivity. But the issue with that is that the second you blow up a whole bunch of them, the jig is up. You know, you can't exactly hide a balloon once you've got it, like, all, like, gigantic and inflated. And unfortunately, my mom did find out about it, and she directly knew, like, you know, she hadn't picked it up for me, and she was just like, where did you get that? And I had nothing to say, because happy birthday! Here's a colorful sack of my breath. What a limp balloon. It doesn't even float. But anyway, I did get in trouble for that, because she was just like, you are not supposed to steal from places. That is a bad thing. She took the balloons away, and I don't know where they ended up going. I don't know if they ended up in the, like, garbage. I don't know if she just kept them for herself. Like, I don't know. I did that, and I also think, like, at the store, I would steal, like, you know those, like, candy stations that have a whole bunch of, like, you know, candy that you can pick up from the store? I remember I used to, like, you know, ask for candy, to which point my parents would either be like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead and grab some candy, or they would just be like, no, you're not allowed to have candy. But I remember, like, one day I just made the decision that I'm just like, you know what? Why ask for it? It's such a small piece of candy. No one's going to care. No one's going to bat an eye. So I just started, like, you know, taking gumballs. And I wouldn't take, like, a ton of gumballs. I would take, like, one. You know, one every single time that I went to the store. And I just really like, there's my store tax. Now, I don't think the store ended up, you know, shutting down on account of my horrifying gumball thievery. But, you know, it is something that I did steal at one point. You're real for that bit. I think I stole from my school when I was in elementary school. Pretty sure I stole my teacher's perfume, which probably should have been a sign I was gay. Well, there you go. There's the first hint. But aside from that, like, I don't know. My stealing days were basically over by the time that balloon thing happened. Like, my kleptomania thing, just gone. I think everybody has, like, a little bit of kleptomania of, like, some kind growing up. And if you're not, you were a lame kid. The first hint was calling my family members girl at the age of 3. That was absolutely fabulous. All right. While Rihanna was dealing with the raccoon, Harry Solemn had come in for his Daily Deluxe. Ooh. Daily Deluxe. What's that comprised of? He's the sweet, super bright, but super shy kid. Okay. It's clear that he doesn't get much chance to chat to people, but he always tries to get a combo going. Aw, it sounds like me. Where I'm just like, so, how about that weather, guys? I'm just like, how do you talk with people? That morning, he was remarking on the incredible size consistency of the mint chocolate chip. Mint chocolate chip! Now it definitely sounds like me. Harry's a little autistic and we love him. Oh my god, it's you! It's Roly Poly! He wants a mint choco. My stepbrother's bunk bed collapsed today. Oh my god! Good lord, how did that happen? I hope everybody's alright. Obsessively stole from my older sister from ages of 4 and 9. Hey, there we go. Dude, I told this story before, but I remember I had a brother growing up who, we had bunk beds. He took the top bunk, and one day, I don't even know how it happened, he fell off that bunk. And he ended up falling on his arm and breaking it. So, and after that happened, my folks were just like, okay, no more bunk beds. We're not doing this anymore. Goodbye. And they got rid of those bunk beds and they swapped them out with like just some standard old regular beds. Just be like, nope. Scary, spooky, don't want. My sister stole me a birthday gift from Claire's when I was like 14, I think. I don't know. Whenever anybody says anything about Claire's, the first thing that immediately pops into my head is like, you know, seedy, well, like, you know, not seedy, seedy back alley piercings, basically. Oh, frog keychain. Nice. Like, I don't know where the appropriate place is to get a piercing, but, like, I don't know. Skeevy, filthy mall store always felt like it was the wrong answer to me. And I hope that resonates with other people, too, because I'm just like, no. They always advertise their free piercings, and I'm just like, how sanitary are those free piercings? How much do the, you know, the interns that work there really care about your health and safety? I did get my ears pierced at Claire's at 13. Nothing bad happened for me personally, but I will not be getting other piercings there. Don't know how it happened, but most likely because the bed frame is old. Yeah. Had it since I was 10, and when we first got it, one of the mattress beams snapped when I laid down. Oh my god! It kind of sounds like that thing was ready for death, like, already. You know, these seats are very obnoxious to clean. But it is the name of the game, as they say. Okay, got those done. How far are we at this point? 4:27. I want to go to this parlor. It looks lovely. Yeah, now that I've gotten all the stank off it. Or most of the stank, I should say. I certainly herp herp and derp. I hope that the folks over at Future Lab are doing okay. Like, I hope that Power Wash Simulator 2 does well for them. I don't know. Like, to me, I feel like Power Wash Simulator 2, it looks like it's just a whole bunch of more of the same. And the hype of the idea was like, you know, it was there when they originally created the game. But I don't really know if that hype still, like, resonates, or, like, you know, if it resonates enough that people would be interested in going for a second run. I don't know. There's a froyo place in my mom's town, and the mascot is a clown furry, and I love it, and the place is circus-themed. Alright, well, now you gotta be more specific. What kind of furry are we talking about? Like, you know, fox furry or something like that? Or is it like a strange elephant? Because, like, that it would be circus-themed, right? Ba-doink. Ooh. We're done. Nice. I'll look up what creature it is. Okay. Turns out it's like, you know, it's some kind of a monstrous mascot creature like Gritty. So we got, like, Culver's where we're at. And I gotta say, like, Culver's is one of the more satisfying places to go get, like, you know, frozen confections. At least in my opinion. They've got frozen custard there. The mascot is a clown snow leopard girl. She has pink hair and colorful makeup. That sounds aesthetic, actually. Swirling top. I recommend it. All right. All right. Okay, that's the bottom all taken care of. Ooh, you can almost see all the ice cream inside the, you know, the bins here. Shouldn't you cover those up? Is it just me? I feel like you should cover those up while I'm currently doing this. I'm putting a lot of, like, particles in the air, and that's gonna mix with the ice cream and make it, you know, instead of delicious, it's disgusting. But no, it's fine, fine. Just keep on allowing the food to be open and available to, like, all of the potential spores that are currently going into the air. Yeah, no, it's fine. Tasty. Not quite. remember there was like a dedicated ice cream place in my hometown way back in the day. But I also remember that my hometown didn't have a lot of visitors or anybody interested in staying there. So for the most part, what ended up happening was, of course, the place shut down. Now one of the only places you can go to get ice cream now is like the McDonald's. And that's kind of it. I don't think there's a single other place where you can get anything like, you know, any cold beverages like that. I don't know. I'll say one of my biggest regrets, though, I have absolutely no idea where it was that I got this really nice coffee drink that I got way back in the day. I don't know if it was like a Starbucks. I don't know if it was from like a Panera Bread or whatever the heck. I don't know if it was from like... Does Panera even sell like ice cream or coffee? Now that I think about it. I don't know. Like, there was this one place where I got this really nice like sort of coffee ice drink. And I don't for the life of me remember what it's even called or where I got it from. And I don't even know why I got the drink. I don't normally drink coffee. Like, just one day I was feeling a little bit saucy and I'm just like, yeah, let's go ahead and grab a coffee drink. Why not? Sorry, I'm back. I was distracted with messages. Hey, no problem. Yeah, in case the sugar isn't good enough, we've also got some sody pop. Yep. Anyway, no, there's this one particular drink that, like, I regret not, like, writing it down and coming back for another one, because I actually really enjoyed it. Do you have mighty math powers? Absolutely not. I have the opposite of that. Like, if you've got the opposite of mighty math powers, it's that. My brain basically consists of, like, the exact same silly, like, you know, old cartoon facts that have, like, rummaged around in my head for, like, forever and ever and ever. Your boyfriend just threatened to kill you. Okay, well, I'm glad that you have a /J there, but, like, on the grounds of what? What did you do? I kind of want to take care of the roof here. On the grounds, I sent him an audio of me singing soprano. Mr. Krabs, start digging in your butt, twin. I don't know if that's kill-worthy. But that's definitely a, like, you know, look at you with a side eye worthy. Just like... Really? It's like, Oh, hello. As soon as the raccoon darted into the parlor, it was mayhem. Oh no, you've been jarred. Everyone, including the staff, immediately lost it as the wild animal scurried around, desperate to find its way out. But that's when Harry came into his own. What? Harry's the hero of this situation? What'd he do? Aw, damn it. You can't leave me with that. What did Harry do? What did that mint choco lover do? See, now I'm just thinking about the, you know, the donut shop. You know, Top Pot Donuts. And I'm thinking about, like, what's, like, the best place I've ever had a donut? Maybe it's because I was on vacation, but Top Pot was, like, you know, it's up there. That's probably one of the better ones. I'm hungry for sweets now. I blame you. Hooray! Was that a threat? Nah. It was just a taunt. A mild taunt. Nah, 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 nah. This thing's still disgusting. There we go. Hey, Pierce is here. Hello. Welcome to Ice Cream Chat. Population, a bunch of people who really desperately want ice cream right now. What's your favorite flavor? I'm curious. Oh, you got some money for your VA work. Awesome. I think I remember we talked about that at one point, and I'm not sure whether or not you could, like, say. I think you specifically said you couldn't. Mango or sea salt caramel? Ooh, very nice. I went with mint as my option just because, like, I don't know. I don't know how, like, predictable choosing, like, a flavor like mint is. You say mango or sea salt caramel. Oh, you know what? I actually remember there was one time when I tried a mango flavored ice cream, and I thought it was pretty good. Except it was, like, made by a generic store brand, which I wasn't a gigantic fan of. But I thought it was pretty good. His voice claims are David Bowie and Freddie Mercury. Oh my god, that's amazing. You look like a mint chocolate chip guy in the nicest way possible. Butterscotch! Heck yeah, man! Oh, you know what's really cool? There's this place that is nearby me that they sell milkshakes, but they do this specialty thing where they basically, like, all of their milkshakes start as milkshakes. They start as a base of vanilla, and then they add the flavoring into it. And so you could technically get a flavor, you know, the flavor of your wildest dreams, because they have a bunch of syrup flavors just sitting in the back waiting to be mixed with the vanilla ice cream, and it's actually really freaking good. And I say that because you can get a butterscotch shake out of these guys, and I've had it, and it's really good. I really like that. They sell milkshakes by the seashore. Ooh. Is that a tip jar? Yes. Again, the only negative is that, like, the milkshakes are always going to taste a little bit like vanilla. You know? It's not pure, complete, only one flavor of ice cream. But hey, that's just fine. Steal their money? They're paying me. Haven't you seen number go up? They don't need any... I don't need any more than that. To steal more. The business is failing. Grab more. Embezzle. Fridge magnet? What? Oh. Okay. Gotcha. I feel like a lot of these things are kind of a write-off at this point. Like, seriously. Like, this cup dispenser, maybe you can clean the dispenser, but all these cups that are inside of it, throw them out. Like, after you have had this run-in with this raccoon, I think we can very safely say that we no longer want to eat or drink anything out of these cups. What are the best toppings for ice creams? Ooh, okay. That's a good question. Now, I know a lot of people that say that, like, sprinkles or jimmies are, like, a nice topping for ice cream. I honestly think I can't vibe with that because, like, putting sprinkles on ice cream, it's just, like, it's sugar in a different type of form. And I don't know. I can't really vibe with that. However, some of my favorite toppings for ice creams are kind of just Mars bars that have been crinkled up and then thrown onto the ice cream. So, for example, stuff like Butterfinger. I really like having Butterfinger mixed in with whatever it is that I am, what I'm currently eating. Surprisingly, M&Ms, like, you know, cut up M&Ms are pretty good. Chocolate sauce is pretty good on vanilla ice cream. Oh, yeah. That is a classic combination. I'd be surprised if I ever met anybody that doesn't like, you know, chocolate on vanilla. Strawberry glaze. Oh, my God. I haven't had liquid marshmallow all that much. Where would you go that, like, liquid marshmallow was a prominent thing that you could get? Probably an official parlor of some kind, then. Clean the rest of this thing. Joe's Ice Cream. Crab Bay Aquarium. Oh, this is connected to the aquarium? Ooh. You can buy marshmallow fluff and glaze at most grocery stores. Oh, so you mean like DIYing it. I see. I'm stuck in my head of the idea of going to ice cream parlors because... Yeah. But you're right. Yeah, you can just get marshmallow fluff. You know what's funny? In the so many years of my adult life, I have never once thought about the idea of just going out and picking up, like, a canister of marshmallow fluff. That's a thing that you can do. You are allowed to. You are an adult with adult money. You can go and pick these things up for yourself. We had to throw out an entire bottle of chocolate fudge recently because half a colony of ants got into it. Ah! Oh, it sucks. Sorry to hear. I think I remember there was like an interesting, weird infestation with flour not too long ago, and it was like, I don't know. There was a 1 out of 50 chance that like the bag that you got would have like these weird little mites in them. And it was disgusting. I hated it. I ended up moving over to like, you know, clear bags because at the very least you could look inside the clear bags and be like, yep, there's no mites in there. Oh, you know, it's one thing that I've seen on TikTok recently that's, like, really obnoxious. I've been seeing a lot of, like, food recall videos on TikTok, which is frustrating because I know why they're being delivered to me. I watched one of those videos for a little bit longer than I probably should have, and it was one that was covering like, I guess there was a recall of Dr. Pepper at some point. But the way that they get you is they start the video out by like showing somebody disgustingly and dramatically like, vomiting and heaving in the video, and then it cuts to the actual report. And I'm sitting there just being like, okay, you clickbait the hell out of me by showing me that disgusting shit. And then you have to go and be like, oh my gosh, look, Dr. Pepper has been recalled. If you are within this state that you don't live in, then you need to be aware. What's funny is that, like, the video footage they use, it doesn't have anything to do with, like, the actual outbreak or anything like that. It's just, like, shit that they put up there because they're just like, we want you to stay here and click on the videos. We want you to keep watching. Keep watching, please. Give us viewpoints. I hate modern internet. I don't know if I can tell. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm an old internet boomer who really badly wants things the way they used to be? Back in my day, you had things like forums and individualized websites. And you couldn't have a YouTube go and, host all your videos. No, you had to host those yourself. And you needed to know how to do it, too. It was you that ate all of the data. Harry knew that peppermint oil was a raccoon deterrent. Oh! So did Harry just, like, spray mint everywhere? As everyone else failed, he clambered over the counter, grabbed the tub of mint chocolate chip, and began peppering the parlor with it. Yeah. He then created a delicious pathway of strawberry sorbet to guide the animals out. Hey! Well done, you brave little bastard. Harry's a hero. I mean, it worked, but at what cost? I think Harry did good. I joked that we need a pet aardvark. God, you say aardvark, and the first thing that pops into my head is that old video from Sesame Street. I'm an aardvark, and I'm proud. I'm an aardvark, and I'm happy. Welcome to Old Brain Blasts with me, Fitbit. You need to clean your mattress a lot more often than you think because you can get dust mites. Yup. I've heard the same thing. I've watched a heck of a lot of videos online of, like, VTubers that ask their, they ask their fan base to send them videos of their, actually no, not videos, pictures of their bedrooms, and just like, we're going to judge your bedrooms and we're going to see whether or not you are a clean individual or not. And then, like, my God, there are some people, I don't know how they live in those environments. Like, my God, clean your stuff. Also, welcome back, Comfy. Like, here's the thing. I'm not gonna say that I'm some angel and everything. Like, it's not like I have everything all put together, and it's not like, my room is the pristine example of the finest place you could possibly put your posterior. However, I will say that, like, I try and do my very best to try and keep things orderly, and if I do have to have a mess, I try to have it be, like, a nice put-together mess. One where, like, it makes sense that this, like, you know, this group of things is currently out and about. Or, like, you know, this part of the room is disheveled, but there's a good reason. Where does this go? Oh, put it over here. One time my depression was so bad, my room looked like a garbage dump to the most literal degree. Ooh. Depression's a bitch, yeah. To the point where the field mice felt safe in my room and chewed through my comfort objects. Oh no, that's terrible. Ooh. Oh, I hope things worked out. Muffin's here. Hello. How's it going, Muffin? I hope you're having a lovely day. I saw your recent Kirby drawing with all the mushrooms on it. It make me happy. We're currently talking about room cleanliness, so good timing. The mold. He's been taken over by the mold. They worked out eventually, but my room will probably never be fully clean. Ugh, okay, that's terrible. I definitely recommend that, like, you know, if you can't have a completely clean room, at least have a nice, tidy mess. I guess is the best way I can put it. Wait, what do we have in here? What? Huh? Is this like an eclair? Shaped like a hot dog? What's inside this case? Hold on. All right, so let's take a look at the ice creams here. Oh, first of all, it's still a little bit of a mess, so I'll sponge it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Some of these look good. I see we got like some peppermints and also like a strawberry swirl kind of thing going on. Mint chocolate chip, heck yes. Chocolate chip. Corn. I'm assuming it's corn. And then what we got over here? We got a bunch of pictures of some random locations with the gnome on it. Why? Find it interesting that they have both a serve station and an employee serve station. That's what I mean. Yeah, right? You know, they got a spot where the employees make the ice cream for you, and then they got these things on the walls where it's just like, what is this for? Why? My partner had black mold growing in their bedroom because their ventilation stopped working properly. Ugh. Luckily, they now have it cleaned out and use a fan to air out all the humidity after showers. Good move. Different type of ice creams. Like, you mean like this is soft serve and this is more like, you know, classic ice cream? Possibly. Or yeah, Muffin is saying like maybe a froyo situation. Possibly. Okay, I'm very curious what's in this final thing here. Baked goods! Baked goods! Okay, let me see. Are those pancakes? What? Why? What? Pancakes and waffles. I mean, okay, waffle cones. Totally understood. Got it. Pancakes? Huh? At an ice cream shop? You lost me. Also, these are cones. Understood. Absolutely. Gotcha. Simpson snacks. Yeah. So delish. Clear that out. So what we got on the wall over here? Ah, the bubbler, as I see. Yummy. Sweet breakfast food at an ice cream shop. I guess, you know, that's one way to, you know, double up on your time zones. Actually, no, your times of the day, so that you don't have a completely dead time of the day. Our house always gets infested with flies and ants this type of year. I have some flies tend to get in, but they don't tend to like infest, so to speak. The really obnoxious thing is that we've got like some fruit trees nearby, and the fruit trees, they kind of like, you know, draw in a bunch of fruit flies into the area, and that means that like they're running around trying to find some other fruit in some other areas, so they just kind of break into your place and they try and find you know, spaces where food might be. Oh yeah, your place has got flies? Yeah. I think just yesterday there was one fly that was bugging the ever-loving crap out of me. Luckily, though, I am an absolute master at the slaughtering of flies. I remember growing up, like, I was the person that my family went to whenever there was a fly in the house, because they'd just be like, "Bet, we can't get the fly. Can you do something about it?" And I'd be like, "Okay, give me a second." I crack my knuckles, grab the fly swatter, and go to town. It will not live. It will be dead in 30 minutes or less. Go kick their asses. Okay, so we got a sink here. Neato. For the longest time, our house was so disgusting that no matter how many times I washed my clothes, they smelled like... Oh, man. That's awful. I hate to hear that, Comfy. Got a new washer recently, so hopefully that helps. House still gross, though. I don't really know, like, you know, what could possibly help that in any way. I guess I've never lived in a house where it's been that level of nastiness. I don't know. My mama raised me that, like, despite the fact that you might be in a depressive state, one thing that definitely helps you out is cleaning. Like, maybe in the moment you might not feel like cleaning up. However, cleaning up your space and having a clean space to be in environment-wise definitely helps you out. Oh, you're lagging over there? Unfortunately, I think that might be on your side. Because I'm taking a look. Surprisingly, I don't have the internet problems today. Like I said, I had internet problems the other day, and I think it ties back to the weird network issues that I was having not too long ago. If you weren't here for that, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So what ended up happening was, I have got a household that has internet that was, my playback was lagging until I refreshed. Yeah, and that's something that I recommend to people. Like, if you're dealing with any particular types of lag, I recommend doing a little bit of a stream refresh. You control what you can. Hey, good stuff. So, yeah, the issue that we were having a little while ago with the internet was, for some reason, like, the landlines felt like they were getting oddly blocked. It's weird. It's like all of the landlines had bottlenecks, where it just seemed like none of them had any, like, good connections to the internet at all, and, like, it would say that technically it was connected to a network, but it wouldn't ever really 100% connect to the internet, so to speak. And so I did a little bit of testing, and by a little bit, I mean a lot. Like, it took me forever to finally kind of figure out what the problem might be. And I determined that there is a section of the house that has some internet lines that were not recently put in, but they were put in a little bit, like, more recent, I will say. And I discovered that if I unplug the east wing side of all of the internet, then the rest of the internet works just fine. And I determined this because, like, for some reason, wireless internet wasn't doing this. Like, wireless was just fine. I wasn't entirely sure what the heck was going on. But, yeah, wired internet was all bogged down until I unplugged that East Wing port. After that, everything unclogged and everything was just fine. And the exact same issue has cropped up again, even though I thought I had fixed the issue previously. So, welcome back. I was about to say your mic had static in the background, but I looked at the stream. I'm currently power washing. Sorry. I'm making a little bit of extra noise. Look at it go! Is that where the sprinklers are kept? Or sprinkles, rather? Neat. So yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point when it comes to the internet problems. My first assumption, or the thing that I'm kind of leaning towards is I may end up getting somebody to come down here and like replace all of the ports. Because I don't want to like dig into the walls and replace all of the Ethernet cable that's currently sitting in the walls, if I can help it. So that's kind of the plan. Like, I'd like to replace all of the individual ports and then re-plug in all of the things on that side of the house one by one by one. And hopefully by then, things will just work. And I won't have to worry about digging into the walls. But if it still doesn't fix the issue, I may have to eventually just grit my teeth and just, you know, bite my lip and just deal with it. You know what I mean? The polyamory flag got a redesign? What? Dude, I get very confused whenever I hear that a flag got a redesign, because I'm just like, who and by what authority? Just like, how? How does this happen? When does this happen? Why does this happen? Is it just one of those things where everybody sees it and goes like, oh yeah, that's totally 10 times better, let's go with that? Or is it like, is there a council? A council of the LGBTQIA+, who's just like, we, the jury of the LGBTQIA+, do declare that this pride flag is significantly better than the other one. The gay council. Exactly. It's like a regular council, except they are wearing the height of fashion. And that's not a dig on that's not a dig on anybody in particular in any, you know, like drag queens or anything to that degree. No. By all means, if you want to dress fancy, you dress fancy, man. Heck yeah, boy. If anything, I really appreciate whenever somebody's comfortable enough in their own skin that, like, they feel like they need to accessorize, or that they have a drive to accessorize. Like, that's really cool. Also, this place sells coffee as well. Of course it does. Now, I've heard several stories from people who are just like, yeah, growing up, I really did not care about taking care of myself. Very, like, you know, very in depression and all of that jazz. And then they realized that they were trans or something to that degree. And after they realize that, and after they, like, you know, get on hormone therapy and stuff like that, and after they start feeling a little bit more comfortable in their body and their own skin, then they start actively going out and grabbing, like, you know, some cool stuff to wear. Because they're like, you know what? I think this would look great on me. And hell yeah, it does. That makes me happy. Alright. So what the heck is this here? Is this the pancake section? I think the reason gay people have a reputation of being eccentric is because we realize that we can piss people off by just being ourselves. So we might as well just throw out every social convention we see as pointless and just be ourselves to an exaggerated eccentric degree. Waffle maker. And of that I say, go for it. I don't have any problems with that whatsoever. Be you. Screw society. If anything, that's one of the reasons why I think, like, I think of places like, oh, hello. Oh, Kippy just resubscribed. Hello. Haven't broken my streak yet? Good lord, you've been here for 59 months. I hazard to say that I think you might be one of the longest running subscribers here, aside from, like, another person, but I literally know them. So it's like, I'm not going to say it's cheating, but I'm going to say it's, like, not expected. How would I put it? I don't I don't know. Okay. Common courtesy, I guess. I'm your longest lived rando. We went to a pride in the park evening yesterday, and some homophobic protesters got their Bibles and signs thrown into the lake. Good. Screw them. Yeah, get him. I'm reminded of I saw a post. It was of I think it was somebody on Twitter, I think, and they were complaining about the term TERF, and they said, like, TERF is just a term that is used to silence us. And then somebody came out and said, boy, I sure wish it worked. Shut the fuck up. I agree. Shut up. Leave people be. Let people be what they want to be. There we go. Came out as trans when you were 13 and thought I needed to be masculine man all the time. My depression got worse. When I finally accepted that I'm very feminine man, my depression got significantly easier to handle. Yo, that's awesome. Lady, it was you all that picked the term TERF. You picked that. Dipshits, all of them. Did they? Did they choose that? That's a first for me. I didn't know, like, they actively chose to call themselves that. I'm learning. Okay, so I've cleaned up most of everything here, but now I need to go into, like, you know, the nitty-gritty and try and find, like, all the bits that aren't any, you know, are not clean, are not kept well. Floor clean. People were getting pissed at the term cis, calling it a slur because they want to be repressed so bad. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, how depressed you are. Middle-aged white man. Yeah. I don't want to stereotype. I'm sure there's plenty of other people that probably, like, you know... Yeah, people getting upset being called... I mean, here's the thing. Like, from what I hear, CIS is an actual, like, specific acronym, and it's an acronym that makes sense. Meanwhile, you know... Oh, and also, on top of that, when, like, you are actively calling somebody a specific thing, like TERF or CIS, you're calling it based on, like, the actual, like, you know, the logistics and the actual beliefs that a person carries with them. Oftentimes when somebody tries to, like, call out somebody who's trans or, you know, say something mean to somebody who's trans, they're just saying it as a means to, like, you know, hurt them and make them feel bad. Like, it's not a badge of identifying. It's more of just, like, you know, we want to call you a terrible name, and so therefore we're going to do that. If you don't want to be called a TERF, stop being a TERF. There we go. Okay, so what else am I missing here? Apparently the booths are still scummy. But where? Oh, there. Got it. Not an acronym, but originates from the Latin, like, trans, meaning to change. Cis, meaning on this side of. Okay. To me, it just sounds like a little bit more of somebody who just does not want to play ball and, you know, does not want to have, like, an identifying term put to themselves. Like, or, you know, any identifying terms that don't immediately land within their particular worldview. Okay, where is this located? Oh, wait. I see it. Oh, I can open this counter. Okay, hold on. That explains a lot. There we go. Okay. Flip up counter hinge. Oh, they stuffed the hinges of all things. Oh dear. I didn't get the hinges. Oh, what a filthy individual I am. Sink faucet? This guy? Okay. Vending machine control panels. One of these. Probably. Yes. And the waffle counter. Is this guy? I assume. Yes. Oh, filth. Ta-da! It baffles me because it's a good term to describe people who are not transgender in discussion or gender. I think it's like, you know, it's a word that was come up with by somebody who does not identify as straight. I think that's the main thing. You know, it's somebody who, like, because of the fact that you came up with the label, you are not allowed to use it on us. That kind of thing. Which to one part, I do think, like, you know, there's a point there. But on the other side of things, if it's a label that actually fits really well, and if it's logical in nature, I don't see any reason why somebody would be upset by it. Or at least upset to that degree. I don't know. I fully and completely identify as, like, you know, cisgendered white guy. That I fully own that. Come on, man. But I'm trying to learn, and I'm trying to keep my head in the game when it comes to it. And I might not be perfect. Sometimes I might make some mistakes, or I might say something that, like, doesn't really line up properly with the way things currently are, or maybe there's a specific zeitgeist that I missed. You know, I'm not, like, really in depth when it comes to a queer community or anybody within the LGBTQIA. Like, the only thing that I really ask is that you're really nice when it comes to describing it. It's not out of malice or anything like that. It's stupid. I have a stupid, and I need you to cure me of it, please. Without queer people, Christians would have to deal with their own sins. I mean, that's why there's so many fractures in the churches all the time. Alright, well, we've cleaned this place up. Nice camera angle. Ta-da! They're upset with it because they don't know the origins, and they might associate it with cis or sissy, which are derogatory terms for gay people. So they got mad when it was perceived to be turned around on them. Ah, I see. My back is dead. Been there. Well, it's currently 9 o'clock. I'm not going to say I'm done streaming, but I will say that I feel like this will about do it for, like, Power Wash Sim, because if I start up on another one, we're just gonna end up, like, going for another 2 hours. And I don't think I have that in me. But the next one that I will be doing, though, we've done the dessert parlor, so the next one would be part 6. Oh, there's 2 here. Okay. Clean the subway train and clean the sculpture park. Okay. And we also have a bunch of other ones that I haven't done, specifically in the specials area. Like, there's some seasonal stuff that I could possibly do if we feel like having Christmas in July. I don't know. Or, did I never finish the Back to the Future pack? Darn! I think I need to do that at some point. I mean, I know that I cleaned the time machine. Let's see. Okay, I have not done the Shrek one, and also I have not done the Wallace and Gromit one. So, yeah. That raccoon really trashed the place. They did. That they did. Oh, also Warhammer 40k. Okay, so I'm currently... You probably know if you are a part of, like, synth streams and whatnot. I'm currently... I'm very good friends when it comes to the lot of those, the folks that are over there, including, like, Synth, Ocean, like, Show, Globat, all the folks. And, like... just being friends with them, especially with Show, like, you get to hear a thing or two about Warhammer 40k. A crap ton of Warhammer 40k. And I don't know, there's a part of my brain that just cannot wrap my head around it. It's just, it's so much to comprehend. Basically, Warhammer 40k, the world of Warhammer 40k is just a lot of evil shit. Like, lots of it. It's like the entire world was just taken over by evil of, like, various different natures. And everybody thinks that they're in the right with their own, like, with their own, like, depiction of how the world should work. And so there's wars that are waging because of it. And then there's, like, hellish hellmouths that kind of, like, Comfy says, so our world. I was getting there. I mean, what makes Warhammer 40k different is that it's taking place in a world where, like, there are hellmouths and, like, evil demons and shit that have opened up into the world and, like... Sorry for stealing your joke. No. That's a good joke. It's not really my joke. Suggest to your Warhammer friends something called the Trench Crusade. Sick as heck game being worked on by Warhammer fans. The Trench Crusade. I gotta look that up. Hold on. Skirmish scale. Hold on a second. I have to bring this window over here just so I can, like, read it a little bit clearer. Also, I need to turn on the JavaScript on here. There we go. Join the crusade. FAQ. What are you? Would I ever consider having a magma in here? I don't really have... I mean, I do have a couple of artists within my community. Since magma has definitely made me consider it a couple of times. But, I don't know. Not necessarily. Not just yet. I think it would be kind of a fun thing for the community to have, just, like, in the background. Let's see. Trench Crusade is a horror miniature war game kind of thing. Sounds a heck of a lot like, like Warhammer. Oh, World War I trench warfare. Neat. Hell opened up when it wasn't supposed to, so heaven and hell are scrambling forces together to fight for Earth. That sounds rad. Former Games Workshop designer Tumas Pirinen, French, and also Mike Francina. Oh, and also Francina previously worked on Magic: The Gathering, Diablo 4, and Path of Exile. Holy shit! You know, if Show didn't know about this before, I'd be surprised. I wonder if the minis are going to be just as expensive. Hot as hell right now, and it's only 7 p.m. here. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Comfy says Arizona sucks right now. God, that actually reminds me. I was talking to some people about this earlier, but when I took my trip out to San Francisco, I remember I had an in-between flight. Like, I ended up flying 4 planes in total over the course of this trip, which was really fun because I don't get the opportunity to fly all that often. So this was basically an opportunity to get a whole bunch of flying in all at once. And one of the stops that I made was Phoenix, Arizona. I didn't end up getting out of the airport just because I didn't want to have to deal with the hassle of that. But I remember Synth like he hears that and he's just like, "Oh, for the love of God, don't!" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You don't want to leave. You don't want to go into Phoenix, Arizona. It sucks. I lived there. It's not good." I'm just like, "What? What happened in Phoenix, Arizona? What? Who hurt you?" It's just like, it sucks. It hot. Yeah, I mean, I do remember there was one person that, hot and nothing to do. Oh, yeah. I remember there was this one, here, give me a second. I'm going to swap over to the intro loop scene. There we go. Hot, stinky, and bullshit. I mean, that's what I kind of got from it. I mean, I didn't leave the airport, so I was nice and comfortable in some nice air conditioning. So I was okay. Satan's armpit. Holy shit! You guys hate Phoenix, Arizona. I remember there was I had a friend who, after college, he said that he needed to move to Phoenix, Arizona because he was going to pursue some work there, and I thought that was really cool. And the one thing that he said was just like, "Yeah, it's really freaking hot though." And I was like, "Oh, really? Okay. Well, good luck, buddy." Sometimes I wonder where he is. I wonder how he's doing. Phoenix sucks straight cheeks, bro. No one wants to live there. New Mexico is nicer. More of the gorgeous desert. Ooh, gorgeous desert. Had grandparents that lived there, and man. Okay, so, yeah, clearly, I did not stop and, admire Phoenix, Arizona. I was basically just there for the sake of, taking a plane to next location. And then the other connecting flight was stopping off in Chicago, Illinois. And, I mean, that was a very similar kind of thing, where I was just like, I'm not going to leave the airport. I'm just going to, if I need to eat something, I'll eat something here. I don't care much about going and being a sightseer in Chicago. There's not enough stuff in Chicago that, I would actively want to go and look at in an hour's time, so. And I didn't want to miss my flight. And I am a paranoid son of a. So I basically was just like, I'm fine. I would have only gone for deep dish. Oh, Chicago deep dish. Yeah, that would have been fun. All I want to know is, where is the cheese on the pizza, though? I'm waiting for it. It's under the sauce. There it is. It's goddamn under the sauce. It's under the sauce. I love those videos. They're great. It's just it's just sauce. Where's all the cheese for the pizza? Chicago! That's how you spell it. Holy shit, I'm tired. Oh, yeah, you spelled it, Chicago. Ah, no, it's fine. It's under the sauce. It's under the sauce. I had to get my testosterone from Phoenix Children's Hospital before the state cut them off. I hated going there for my man juice. Ah. The way you put that is very disturbing. Just gonna say. Kippy, what are you saying? Saying a lot of things, and I'm not sure what any of them mean. Sorry, my cat was rolling on my keyboard. Oh, fair enough. Cat! Blame my boyfriend for that. He makes the joke all the time when I'm when I'm taking it. Okay. Fair enough. Boy, I'm trying to think of, like, when was the last time that I had something, like, leech off to me in just, like, a friend circle. I don't know. Not often do I have, like, stuff impression, like, sort of, like, rub off on me or have anything that I do rub off on someone else. At least I don't think so. I think it's all about, like, the mannerisms that people say and the way that people speak. Like, that kind of thing, that does kind of rub off on me, because sometimes I'll find myself speaking, like, in the same sort of tone that either, like, Synth or Show or Ocean would. I don't have a lot of stupid jokes, but I do have a lot of, like, mannerisms and, stupid ways that people talk. I'm trying to think. What's one thing? I think Show's just, like, lack of energy, like, oh. Hello. I love that. And also Synth just being a dingus. It's okay, I'm a dingus right back. Anyway, I'm starting to get a little bit late here. I think it's a good time for me to finish things up and call it a night. But this was incredibly fun. And, like, I really appreciate everybody coming out here. Now, before I go, though, I do want to check my my Twitch real quick. I want to see if anybody is currently streaming and if I can raid out to them. I want to be better about that. I want to, like, actually raid out to people. Because I have not done that. It's just being a dingus. No, not at the moment. Okay, I don't know whether or not, I know that Grapefruit, aka Ocean, they were thinking about doing a stream today. I think they were, planning on doing the finals. And, God, it's a heavy ask, but, like, if you are interested, or if you are interested in that friend group, yeah, they're going to be on, possibly, so I don't know if I'm going to have any time to be able to jump into their stream. Oh, no! They were streaming, but then it got fucked up? That sucks, because they literally, like, they were talking to me in a chat earlier before the stream, just being like, hey, I think I figured out what the problem was, and it's all a software issue, and I'm like, oh, good for you, I hope you really enjoy your stream, and, oh, man. That sucks. Streaming's tough on hardware, man. It really is. Oh, actually, wait, before I finish up the stream, there's a lot of, like, old comers and newcomers in here. I should probably talk about the upgrades that I'm going to be doing to the stream sometime pretty soon. So I don't know how many of you remember or have heard about this, but very soon... Actually, give me a second. I'm going to pull up a reference picture just so that I can show you guys it. Now, keep in mind, this is something that's in the background, and you're probably not even going to notice that I did it in the first place. But I'm excited about it! So that's enough! Anyway. Also, it gives me an opportunity to, like, chat about electronics again. So, Here, let me, can I... I need a reference picture, please. Open image in new tab, please. Bit info dumps! Almost done with what I'm working on. Ooh, nice. All right. So, there is a piece of technology that has been a major mainstay of my stream setup for the longest time. I have found several different uses for it, whether it be running video games or processing the stream, which is what it's currently doing. Its current job is to process the video that you are currently... Owie. Give me a second. I need to pull up my stream info again. I closed it down for a brief moment. I need to see who threw that. Oh, Nova threw that. Thanks. Anyway, no, its current job is to process the video that goes out to you guys, and it is this doohickey right here. No, not the dog. This thing. This is like a GeForce GTX 1080 graphics card. And my God, this thing has been a trucker for the entire time that I have owned it. It's basically, it was like top of the line when I first bought it. And it's basically like one of the first really good graphics cards that I ever owned. And I still really enjoy it. Including, I love the aesthetics of this thing. It looks so cool, doesn't it? Like, it looks so angular and metallic and futuristic and like I really enjoy the look of this thing. And it's unfortunate because most graphics cards that are sold nowadays are really boring black boxes that just kind of suck. You know, that's the only way I can really describe it. It's just like they all just kind of look like nothing. Whatever. Will it get the power rolling? All right, sure. Just a brick. Cool. Constant enshittification of tech. Well, that's another thing, too, is that, like, technology, and I'm not going to say it's stagnating, but it's definitely improving a lot slower than it would. You want to bite it? No! This is mine. Mine. Anyway. But I have some sad news. News recently came out not too long ago that very soon NVIDIA is going to be discontinuing any driver updates for the 1080 line. They're officially calling it a retro card and calling it a day. So, while it will still work after a certain date, you definitely won't be able to get any security updates. You also will not, you won't get compatibility updates for future computer builds. So, like, NVIDIA isn't going to do all the work to make sure that your silly little 1080 card is going to work in a brand new jet engine level computer. You know what I mean? Just like Windows 10. Funny you mentioned that. One other thing that they mentioned is that Windows 10, they're straight up discontinuing any driver support for Windows 10. Like, as far as I can tell. I don't know if they're going to continue. Well, actually, I think they're going to support it for an extra year based off of, like, what they're, because Microsoft will support Windows 10 for another extra year if you do a specific thing. I forget what it is, but... And NVIDIA will support them as well for an extra year. So yeah, unfortunately, that graphics card is basically going out the door. Like, it is legacy hardware, and that makes me sad. It kind of makes me want to... I talked about this before. I think it would be really cool to take something like that card into a custom framing shop or something and get that thing mounted. I think that'd be fun. Like, it's done some heavy work for me, and I think it'd be really cool to have it as like a set piece. That'd be cute. I know. But anyway, you have 1K points. Oh dear Lord, I'm so doomed. Anyway, but the good news in all of this is that it gives me the perfect opportunity for me to upgrade my system. And that is exactly what I'm going to be doing soon. My GPU is a 2070. Yippee! Upgrades! Now let me see if I can find a picture of the current graphics card that I am currently using. Okay! My head! Anyway, I think I can find it. Here. It is a... I think it's this thing right here. It's pretty. It's absolutely freaking pretty. I got like 122,000-ish points. It's been a hot minute since I've actually been around and awake. So you could like abuse those buttons very fierce. Oh dear God. I'm doomed. Here. Ow. Thanks. Here's a good picture of it. You can't stop me. I know I can't. I've set up this personal hell. Hi. So the current graphics card that I am using for the actual game PC portion of my stream, Okay, get out of here. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Oh, this is a small picture, but it gets the point across. I want pie. So do I. Ow! Stop him in his tracks. Anyway, look how pretty this thing is. Look how cool this thing looks. This is, I ended up buying this card around the peak of the scalping days. You remember the scalping days? Where these things were really, really expensive to get a hold of? I don't even remember how much money I spent on this thing, but I guarantee you I spent more than retail value. Mostly because I knew I desperately needed to get my hands on one of these. And the good news is that nowadays, cards are actually at MSRP, so I don't have to worry about that. So my plan is, I'm going to take this card that's currently in the game PC, and I'm going to swap it over to the stream PC, and it will now take up the job of processing all of the video that you are seeing today. I think that's a pretty good way to use it. And then, in replacement, I'm going to be getting a fancy new card, and I've already kind of made the decision. I'm going to be getting a 50-line card. And if you don't know what that is, this is the 30-line. Thank you. This is the 30-line, and this is 2 generations newer than it, so the 50-line. And I'm thinking of also getting a NVIDIA... I'm thinking about getting a 5070. Nothing like super top of the line, just something that's really good for what it is. I don't need to get a 3090, you know what I mean? Oh no, sorry, 5090. Sorry, I currently still live in the past. I remember that saga and you talking on stream about it. Yeah, I remember I made a funny video about it. And I posted it on the internets. Time to get ready for the party in my city, says Nova. Sweet. Do you want some Dr. Pepper I just recently finished up drinking this Crush back to the 80s flavor. So I probably should not continue to drink soda for the rest of the night. It's electric blue raspberry flavor. And it tastes pretty good. It's kind of just like blue raspberry lemonade. He's nice. Ya don't say. Completely off topic, but my favorite game on Roblox, Doors, is having its 3rd anniversary today, and they updated to add a whole new big area, and it's awesome. Hey, good for you. And you didn't share? Electric burp, blub, 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 blub. Sorry. Sometimes my mouth and my brain don't work properly. It happens more often than I wish it would. Anyway. Autism. Likely. So anyway, there's not much else that I can really talk about. Basically, I've got a new piece of hardware that's coming in. I'm really excited about it. And I don't know whether or not I'm going to be capitalizing on this extra power, or if I'm just going to be really happy about me getting up to the more recent standards. Possibly. I don't know. But it's still exciting. Like, having new stuff to work with hardware wise for the computers and like and for the stream really helps motivate me, I think. Brain go too fast for words. Yeah. New tool. Exactly. You didn't share was directed towards me, and I was so confused because what would I share? No. Me, soda. Anyway, I don't remember. I think it was like a Walmart that I got that that back to the 80s stuff. So, I don't know. Actually, you know, I'm gonna look up a picture of it. That way you guys can like see it clearly. Finally able to go live again soon. I might go live on TikTok on the 17th in cosplay. I remember you were talking about that, yeah. That's exciting. Here's a stylized picture of it that exists. Although it's a very tiny picture. Ew. Oh, good enough. Here, I'm just going to cover my screen with a bunch of images. There we go. There we go. That's what it looks like. And it's pretty good. It leaves like an interesting taste in your mouth afterwards. Like a weird tang. Maybe that's the electric that it's currently doing. Hopefully I can find this in single servings. I've been slowly getting over my soda addiction. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be talking. I should shut up then. I love the way your VTuber looks when you're typing because it looks like you're digging under your desk for a file or something. Well, I actually do have my keyboard literally right here. So yeah, my neck just popped. Mm-hmm. Oh God, you know, the other day, so like, you know that foot injury that I had not too long ago? One of the most satisfying things at the moment right now is whenever like my foot is really, really, like I'm not moving it around too often. So whenever I do, and whenever like, I don't know, what's that one term when like you're, you know, you pop your knuckles and all that jazz? What's the science behind that? I forget. Is it like CO2 or something being released or whatever the heck? I forget. But anyway, no, when that joint pops in my foot after it hasn't been like moving around all that long for like, oh, like that there's something very like relaxing about that. It's like so much tension just suddenly goes away. I'm not smart enough for that question. That's fair. Too much nitrogen bubbles, if I remember correctly, says Kippy. Okay. I don't know either. I forgot about the science myself. So here, to give you more freaking temptation, let me go look up. Now this one, I don't recommend this one just because it's like, it's a whole bunch of sugar. But tiny bubbles in the joints. Okay. Okay, I found a picture of this one. Oh, hold up. There we go. This is the other drink that I just recently tried out. Synovial fluid. What the frig? Ugh. Anyway, yeah, I tried this. Ice cream sundae. And the best way I can describe this is that it's kind of like... It's a lot of sugar. A crap load of sugar. And then it's got that sort of fake kind of cocoa flavoring in the background of it. The best way I can describe it is like, do you know that cocoa flavor that you get from like an Oreo? I think it's like a faint sort of taste of like that Oreo taste. It's not great. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, it's an interesting novelty, but that's all it is. I'm guessing it's got a chocolate soda plus vanilla syrup flavor vibe going on. Yeah, it's pretty much. It's not something I would write home about. Actually, I don't even know why I'm mentioning it here, because it's like, whatever. But anyway, there's something interesting that's been on my mind as of recently. Weird sodas. Ooh, you can order it from Walmart. Ooh, well, there you go. Walmart, you can order frickin' anything. Walmart's got so much stuff. Not a huge root beer fan, but it looks delicious. Well, here's the weird thing about this picture. Actually, hold on a second. Let's take a closer look at this. Now look at this packaging real quick. Do you see something missing here? Not a single reference of the word root beer. So, like, what's in the fucking can? A&W also does cream sodas, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, right? Well, it's like, it's not a root beer. It's not a cream soda. It's just ice cream sundae soda. Like, they're not giving it a particular label or anything. It's not a root beer or a cream soda. It's just like, whatever. Although I would say, I think the closest, like, you know, thing to it would be a cream soda. I wonder if you're supposed to add ice cream to it like a float. You could do that, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't do that just because that's a lot of freaking sugar. In fact, I was talking to my brother who also tried that soda as well. And his opinion of it is it's a good soda if you want to, like, water it down with some ice. Like, that way it's nice and cold. And also, like, the amount of sugar that's inside of it doesn't, like, punch you in the face. That is a sacrifice I am willing to make. If you have a slushy machine, it'd make a good slushy. So, funny story about that. Funny side story. I remember I used to work at a movie theater. And we were, like, pretty relaxed when it came to a lot of the things that we could try out there. And one of the things that we decided we wanted to try out was we wanted to see whether or not we could make, like, root beer slushy and stuff similar to that. And so we were taking root beer and we were, well, like, you know, root beer and, like, equivalent types of sodas. And we were mixing them into our slushy machines and trying to, like, slush them up. I learned very quickly, unfortunately, that carbonated beverages are not something that you want to be mixing into a slushy maker. Because it doesn't slush up very well. Oops. You don't think about it, but that carbonation, it really does make a difference. And I think the way that they do it with Coke is that it's a special type of formula that is, like, not carbonated that they just combine in with ice. So, yeah. I'm trying to work at a movie theater. Heck yeah! Have fun. I hope you enjoy. It's an interesting experience. Just make sure you don't eat too many snacks. My dad was gifted a Ninja slushy machine, and that thing does actually handle sodas well. I got to try it when dog sitting. Really? Huh. That sounds kind of neat. You can't tell me what to do. It's just a recommendation, man. I'm just saying. When I was working at a movie theater, I blew up like a balloon. But, you know, you do you. What other thing? Man, I remember we tried a whole lot of weird stuff in that thing. I remember there was one time when we mixed Mountain Dew with the blue slushy mix, and we found out that it tastes oddly similar to Baja Blast. Like, not perfectly, mind you, but it tasted oddly close. We were almost like, is this how they came up with it? What? Whoa. Successful slushies from Root Beer, Baja Blast, and Orange Crush, no problem. Well, there we go. You know, now that you say that, I feel like that blue raspberry stuff probably would work really well in that slushy maker then. I don't know. Food for thought. Food for later. Okie dokie. Well, I think food for eat. I would like to eat food. I think now we're going to wind things down. I don't know when the upgrades are going to come. I basically have to like scrounge together the funds to be able to do that, which I'm close but not quite. So it'll be real exciting when it does happen, because then I can try out some more like ambitious things on the stream possibly. Maybe I'll track a pack down and drag it to my folks' place to try it out with them. Ooh, heck yeah, do it. Anyway, so here's some upgrades. No, not upgrades. Updates on what I'm going to be doing next week. Hopefully, we won't have too many like weird things come up. I really badly want to get back into playing the Messenger, because the Messenger is really fun. If you guys have not seen those streams, I mean, they're pretty fun for me because I really enjoy playing around with physics in video games and figuring out how things work and all of that jazz. And it's really cool in the Messenger because they've got a lot of really cool mechanics that are just off the wall and crazy. Like, it's basically a Ninja Gaiden game, except if they expanded out Ninja Gaiden significantly. It's good. And then I need to get around to finishing Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, which we are getting really close. We've gotten through, like, you know, the moon bits, but now we need to, like, find out where the crystal star is located. I'm not sure entirely where that is. It's probably down where the, you know, where the Thousand Year Door currently is, if I had to take a guess. I mean, that's happening. And then the next time that I do stream, I will probably do a little bit more Power Wash Simulator. I forgot just how relaxing Power Wash Sim is. That's why I play it. I understand now. All right, I'm taking off here. Thanks, guys, for coming in. I appreciate it a heck of a lot, and I hope you guys have a very good night. See you later. Let me see if I can make a sound effect. Oh, yeah, I don't have any sound effects currently rigged up. Hold on a second. I think I have the perfect outro for this. Give me a second. Hold on. Not that. Not quite. Here we go.
Lizard. Lizard.
Yay.
Lizard. 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 Lizard.
E. See you later, everybody.